Oh, here he comes. Exciting.
Yeah, he's gonna walk in. No idea.
Wait for just like some retirement funds. That's nice.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming here. This is a big deal. In my mind, this is the most prestigious award you can get for HyVee. And you know, you're talking 88,000 people work for HyVee as of right now. 13 people get selected for this award. You have your very own here in Humboldt, Jim Anderson. So I got a few things that I want to say, and then I want to read a few of the letters that some of the folks here in the community have sent in. And then I know Tim has some things here that he'd like to say, and then we'll get on with the ceremony here. But anyways, here we go. So we all know that they built a store around Jim here in Humboldt, right? And since that day, by testaments and by so many people, he has exemplified what it is to be great at customer service. And I think there's so many other stories that could have been told here today, but we don't have time for all those. So let me say a few things, and then we'll get on with the letters here. So I'm going to start with a letter by Russ Christensen. Meet my friend Jim Anderson, produce manager at the HyVee store in Humboldt, Iowa. Usually the first greeting I get when I enter the store, "Hi Russ," as he goes about arranging apples, oranges, and vegetables in displays with his expertise of 45 years of experience. Minnesota Twins, Iowa football are frequently discussed, and he is truly knowledgeable of both. An engaging personality is a strong attribute as he converses with all the customers. I've watched Jim mature from a young man who excelled at football and basketball to be well-liked and a respected member of the community. On a personal note, he attends Our Savior's Church with me and was a dedicated usher for many years. An excellent family man and loyal husband to wife Marva, father to son Brady and daughter Brooke, and their new grandchild as well. Jim will be retiring soon after 45 years of experience. He will be missed by many customers. Here's another letter here from Carolyn Ford.
Carolyn. Yay, Carolyn.
I'm very proud to be asked to share a few thoughts about Jim Anderson. A Humboldt HyVee employee, Jim works in the produce department at HyVee and is basically the very first person that most people see when entering the main door of the store. In fact, if I don't see him there, it is rather disappointing. When I see Jim there stacking fruit meticulously as he does, he always shares with me his big smile, priceless grin that only belongs to him. He then continues with fun and entertaining conversation that no one else in the store does. It is truly priceless. Of all the years that I've shopped at HyVee, Jim wins the prize in my book for being the happiest, most helpful, and efficient employee in the store. Every store in the state of Iowa, and where there's a HyVee store, needs a Jim Anderson on their payroll.
Yep. Woo!
This one I might have a little trouble getting. This is from Becky Jensen. All right. My mother, Betty Rose Anderson, was a 3-time cancer survivor. When she moved from Spencer to Humboldt, one thing she wanted to continue was her participation in Relay for Life events. So the friendship began. On one such outing, Mom couldn't wait to tell me about the guy she met. His name was Jim Anderson. And then he had the same last name as ours. Red hair, just like she used to have, but no relation to us. There was a happiness in her voice as she bragged about Jim, not only taking her once around the track in the golf cart, but told her we could keep on going until you want to stop, Betty. As a person ages, they live alone and they need to make their day brighter. Is for someone to give them a smile and take a few minutes to make conversation. Jim Anderson is this person. Mom loved going to HyVee and giving Jim hugs. See, my mother was a very loving person, and hugs were abundant. Every time I see him working at HyVee, Jim always has a smile and a quick hello and how you doing. One year during Relay for Life events, Mom wasn't feeling the best, and the hot weather was unbearable. She said, I hate to miss this, but I'm going to have to stay home. I walked into HyVee later that week, and Jim says, hey, we got your mother, Betty, a Relay for Life t-shirt. It is in Marva's office if you want to pick it up for her. I was so touched by this act of kindness, I probably shed a few tears myself. Mom was tickled that they thought of her. When Mom's health started failing in 2019, she moved to Norwalk to live with my sister. It was a hard decision. Her first words were, but I will miss Jim and his hugs. Mom would always tell me after she moved that she'd like to say hi to Jim for me when you go to HyVee. Jim was always gracious enough to say a few words to Mom on camera for special occasions so I could share them with her. One such video was just before Thanksgiving of 2021. This meant a lot to her. Mom passed away December 22nd, 2021 at the age of 89. I bet she's smiling. I want to thank Jim Anderson for being such a kind and compassionate man and for touching so many lives and hearts the way he did my mother's. As a sign, forgive my reading here. As the sign said I had hanging in my office, to the world you may be just one person, but no one person you may be without the world. Jim Anderson is this person and so deserving of this award. Thank you, Jim. One more. I got two more, I believe, here to do. One's from Greg Thomas here. Thank you, Greg. I'm honored to submit this reference of letter on behalf of Jim Anderson. My wife and I have lived in Humboldt since July of 2000. I taught 6th at Humboldt Community Schools for 5 years and served as the activities director for 18 years. I served as the assistant high school principal for 15 years as well. I retired in June of 2023 from public education. I now teach 6th grade at St. Mary's Catholic Elementary in Humboldt. During the past 24 years, I have come to know Jim Anderson very well. Jim has served HyVee for many years as both frozen food and produce manager. I can't remember a trip to HyVee that I didn't see Jim working in the store, helping customers, or simply greeting and talking to customers. Jim is always visible in the store. He is quick to help or simply offer a warm smile and pleasant conversation. If Jim can't help, he's quick to find somebody who can help you. During my time as activities director, Jim served several years on our athletic booster club board. Jim worked very hard to help make sure our booster club was a success. Our booster club annually raises and donates between $30,000 and $60,000 a year to help our athletic programs purchase needed equipment. While on the board, Jim was very good steward with our resources. He supported all the sports and looked out for all the needs. As a board member, Jim spent countless hours working concession stands, being involved in fundraising, attending athletic events, and supporting our athletes and their programs. Jim has also volunteered at our home cross-country track meets for over 20 years. Our cross-country meets have over 600 athletes from up to 20 different communities in attendance. Jim has always been a volunteer I could count on to do a great job in a friendly, helpful manner. Jim is a great representative of HyVee, our school, and the community. Not quite done yet. This guy's list just keeps on going. Just doesn't stop. Jim has volunteered for over 15 years to keep the varsity girls and boys basketball team's scoreboard at home and away games. Jim gives all of his time to make sure that we have consistency, accuracy at the score table. In a typical season, Jim spends about 25 nights volunteering in this capacity. Jim has come to be known by officials and coaches throughout the North Central Conference. They all know Jim to be accurate, fair, and friendly at the score table. I can't imagine a better representative of HyVee or the community of Humboldt than Jim Anderson. Jim has dedicated his life to customers and the community service. He takes great pride in being a HyVee employee and a community member of Humboldt. You can see his pride in his work and in his interactions with others. I'm confident that Jim has helped train and equip the next generation of HyVee employees to serve their store and their community as well. Jim Anderson has helped make HyVee Humboldt a better place to work, shop, and live. I'm very honored to submit this letter on his behalf. And I have one more from Mr. Pat Kohler. Here he is, right here. He has a better radio voice than mine, but I shall do quite a bit of justice. To whom it may concern, I would like to nominate Jim Anderson, HyVee Humboldt, for the Legendary Customer Service Award. I have had the pleasure of knowing Jim for many years, and as a person who has worked in customer service for over 35 years, it's easy for me to notice people who go above and beyond both personally and professionally. I quickly recognize Jim's connection with customers, addressing them most often by their first name. We do not expect this from our employees, but it is a trait that is sometimes hard to find in a person. It's refreshing to see HyVee customers light up and return Jim's smile and his genuine interest in how they and their family are doing. He not only offers his assistance to customers, but co-workers as well, promoting a healthy team environment. Outside of HyVee, Jim enjoys time with his family, a round of golf, sharing a story with his latest masterpiece, From the Smoker, and talking spoons. He volunteers his personal time with local organizations and clubs. He keeps stats at the local basketball games and is active with his church. In closing, Jim Anderson pays attention to detail. His positive attitude is infectious and is recognized as a friend of and respected by the community.
Yeah.
This will be interesting.
Jim served the store for 46 years. Jim leads by example and always says anything for a customer. He rarely misses anybody walking by, giving them a greeting and a kind conversation. He has taught many new employees, myself included, the importance of customer service. I was once a 16-year-old kid in the store, and I didn't talk to a customer. And Jim grabs me and says, "Why did you not say hi?" That day I learned the importance of saying hi to a customer. I still use that story in orientation from time to time. We also had a customer that her little girl would not eat bananas unless they were Jim bananas. So today we need to give that customer a banana to take home. You've helped build a helpful smile in every aisle, and your legacy will live on in this store.
To introduce myself, I'm Chris Struve, the Regional Vice President of Northern Iowa. So I have the luxury of having Humboldt fall into my district and get to work with Jim, Roger, and Tim. First off, I want to thank everybody that came, families, community members, customers that showed up, friends and families. We got some HyVee staff here. We got our supervisors came in. It's truly a testament of the people that you have changed really their lives, and just an easy being friendly. Simple as that, right? So congratulations. I'm going to read a letter from our Chief Operating Officer and Chairman of the Board, Jeremy Gosh. So it It says, "Dear Jim, congratulations on being selected as the 2024 Customer Service Award recipient. Each year, along with many other company leaders, spent hours going through nominations of HyVee employees who have been recommended by their peers, supervisors, community members for this recognition. Your story of unending service and dedication through certainly caught our attention, and we look forward to officially honoring you at this year's legendary luncheon in November. The Legendary Service Award is the highest award in HyVee presents to an employee. It goes to those who embrace excellent service and go above and beyond, each and every day. It is presented to the employee who has truly lived the HyVee fundamentals. Things like caring, honesty, integrity, respect, and friendliness. And after reading the nomination letters, those who know you best told stories on how dedicated, how you demonstrated those qualities in and day out. Your inspired motivation leads and supports our coworkers, and most importantly, you impacted the lives of countless others through your helpful smile. On behalf of HyVee and more than the 75,000 employees, I want to personally thank you for all you have done for our company, culture, and customers. Sincerely, Jeremy Gosh. So just to reiterate what Roger said, only 13 this year received this award. So this is one of the is the highest award that HyVee gives out. So truly a momentous day. It's not about the community you live in, the building you have. It's about the service that we provide inside the store. And I thank you for representing that and affecting so many lives here today. And enjoy. We got a signed book. We got things, and Jim's going to hang around to interact. So yeah, thank you. So
Brought a few things as well. Get your gold name tag.
Oh man.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't stop there. Just keep going. There's a travel voucher for $5,000.
Ooh.
You don't bring your children with you.
So everybody please, we got food, beverage. Come shake Jim's hand, sign his book, and take some of these cookies. I got some wonderful
Yeah.
fruits and veggie cookies up there. Oh, I would like to take a picture.
Yes.
I'll be doing more of that.
Well, there's a list Jeff has that he's supposed to take before you dig in.
Okay.
Want me to hold that voucher?
Yeah. Charlie.
You get in there with me too. Family, and then family, all the people that wrote letters in case they have to leave. I'm sorry. let me get my
You're
head out of the
fine,
way.
Marva.
Yeah, yeah. I might do a big,